I love a bunch of veggies just cooked together. I'm also drinking.
No, you don't.
When I'm off track, I eat a lot of sweets, and when I'm on track, I eat less.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that her eating less is a king-size almond joy is crazy. Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I'm going to do this to myself, but we're doing it. First things first, a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Today was such an amazing day for two different reasons. My first reason is I ran my trail half marathon and it was incredible. I vlogged it all. I'll make a separate video all on that because I know not everyone is interested in that kind of stuff, but it was great. It was amazing. I got emotional at the end, which I was not expecting. And while I was running my half marathon, I crossed over 5,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. You guys are incredible. I have no words. I genuinely have no words. In the last two videos, I was saying I'm almost there. And then literally in the last video, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like 200 away. It happened. So thank you, everyone. It is much appreciated. I have a lot of opinions on Amberlynn Reid. She is the reason why I got into Girl World years ago. I believe I found her through Michael B. Petty, so I'm not entirely sure what year that was, but it happened completely by accident. I loved his commentary. I've never been subscribed to her. I've never watched a video on her channel. I've only watched through reaction channels, and now I watch quite a few of them. My toxic trait is I will end up seeing her videos and her clips like 10 times because I'll watch different people because I enjoy other people's and different people's styles of reactions, and everyone typically has something else to say. It is my turn. In true Amber fashion, my hair is wet. I actually did not plan this, but I did take a shower. I came home, ordered sushi, which is kind of what prompted this. Ordered sushi. I actually got sushi yesterday as well, so it's been a sushi day, but I just ran a trail half marathon. I climbed over 2,400 feet today and placed top 10 in all the women that were there. So I think it was a little deserved. I'm just saying. I just got out the shower. I don't have any makeup on. I don't have my eyelashes on. I normally always have my eyelashes on. I've been getting a lot of questions about my eyelashes, so I will link them down below. They're normal strip lashes, very inexpensive. We're going to jump right in. There's just a couple of clips, a couple of clips in one video I wanted to talk about, and then her newest upload, and then also something she has said about inpatient that I just want to make a point of. And I can't find the video where she was talking about why she can't go to inpatient. So whenever I start to talk about that, I will just talk about it. I tried to look it up. I went through a few of her videos. I couldn't find it. I went to Reddit. I couldn't find it. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. If the title of this video ends up being kind of mean or a little morbid, I do not apologize. I do not respect this woman. I think she has done absolutely vile and deplorable things. I think she weaponizes her BPD, even though she has not proved that she has been diagnosed. The only thing she can prove she's been diagnosed with is uterine cancer or having precancerous cells, whatever. I don't believe she has BPD. I believe she has NPD. Not that I can diagnose anyone, but let's just say when I was in my early teens, I was diagnosed with BPD. And I went through DBT 2 times. I went through it in my early teens where I didn't really take it too seriously. I wasn't in the headspace to want to heal. So I spent many years self-sabotaging, doing the vast majority of the things that people with BPD do. I eventually went through a ton of therapy. This was recently. Thankfully, I didn't really I had gone back to my therapist or different therapists years later, and thankfully the vast majority of the checkpoints for BPD, I didn't have them anymore. I do think people kind of grow out of it, if that makes sense. I'm not sure If that's wrong, I mean, it is what it is. But I went through DBT again in 2022, so kind of recently, and it was incredible. Incredible. I recommend it. The learnings of DBT, I recommend for anyone anyway, because it is incredibly helpful. It is incredibly useful. It literally changed my life. It changed my life. But I will say, with DBT, you have to put in work. You have to put in work. Let's see if I have my DBT book. I don't. Ow, I squished my finger. I need to go through my desk drawers. I don't have it with me. However, I think I have it at work. I'll show you here. I'm going to make sure there's no personal. Yeah, there's no personal information here. So these are this is from June 2023. So maybe that's, I did it before then. I remember I took these pictures much after. I forgot how long it was. 12 weeks, I think. And it was once a week on Thursdays over Zoom. And these were my favorite pages. I'll just go through them. Yeah. But in the book, there's homework that you need to do. You do weekly like check-ins where you write situations you went through, how you practice these things. And the thing about DBT, like I said, you have to put in the work. You have to practice these things. Yes, you can learn them, but if you are not practicing them in your day-to-day life, in your relationships, you will get nowhere. You will get nowhere. So these are my favorite pages. There was a lot. And then, so yeah, I went through DBT, and then after that, I went through CPT, which is cognitive processing therapy, which is to help process through traumatic events. This was hard. This is individual, also like 8 to 12 weeks, lots of homework. And then I even printed out, these were very helpful. I've been through a lot, you guys. I had to print out emotion wheels because I grew up not being taught about emotions. I did not know how to talk about them. I didn't know how to describe them. So yeah, learning what my actual emotions were it was extremely helpful. But both of these therapies were amazing, incredible. I feel very lucky to have access to them, and basically for free, because I was in the military, which is where not all, but some of the trauma came from. And yeah, I had access to that, which is really nice. I would pay for it though. I would pay for it if I had to. That was a tangent, just to say that she uses her BPD as an excuse, which it's not. Sure, it's a reason, but you're 34, Amber. I know you watch Reaction Channel, so you're 34 years old. You've had so much time, so much money to figure these things out, and you haven't, and that's your fault. I'm sorry. The things that happened to you were not your fault, but they are your responsibility to fix, and people have been victims to you because of the things that you have and have not done. Can we all just acknowledge that she doesn't want to lose weight? She can say she wants to lose weight all she wants. She does not want to lose weight. Maybe she wants it as like a little back of the mind idea, but she doesn't want to lose weight. She doesn't. Because if you want something bad enough, you are going to do it. And she's done nothing but gain weight. She's like 300 pounds heavier than what she was when she started YouTube. And it's just, she's a joke. She is a joke. So
I planned my meals last night, but you guys will see it in a little bit. So I like to edit as I go, and I realize as I'm editing this clip, I forgot to say how many calories that I am allotted for the day. Noom wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to 3,400, which is kind of hecticana, to be honest, because my body is different. Like, there's multiple reasons for this. I have talked about it ad nauseum. Long story short, your girl went through menopause. Menopause changes your metabolism.
What happened before menopause though? Before you had your hysterectomy, which was 1,000% your fault, you ate your way into cancer. But before that, what was the problem then? How was your body so much different than everyone else's? You were not a medical mystery. I would love to see her and Glitter and Bagels have conversations about how their bodies are just so out of the norm. And then they go out and like eat garbage food right after. I would pay top dollar.
So much, it's insane. I also have lymphedema, whatever, we don't have to get into it. Anyways, so I try very hard to stay near the 26, not the 3,400.
Really? Why? Because for the last decade plus, you have been in the 3,400 or higher. It's very easily provable. How old is she? 34? Let's just say 30. From the last 4 years, okay? Her highest was 572.8, which is a lie. She was over 600 pounds. Like, let's be honest here. But let's just say, what is she right now? I think her most recent weigh-in is like 520, which is insane. I think she has gotten used to being that big, but that is, to me, an unimaginable number. When I was obese, I was about 150, and even that was just like, I did not feel good in my body. Everything hurt. I could not, I don't think I couldn't get that high, even if I tried. She is either 5'2" or 5'3". I'll give her an inch. She is sedentary. Amber, you have to eat 3,600 calories to maintain your body mass. So why is it hecticana to go down to 2,400? You haven't been eating 2,400 ever. Your BMI is 92. This is what she does. Everything, Weight Watchers, Optavia, Jenny Craig, whatever it is, whatever they say, Noom, whatever they say, oh, this is your allotted calories to lose weight. And then the lower end, she's like, oh no, that's not enough. That's too scary for me.
That freaks me out a little bit. So I just wanted to say, like, what I'm allotted.
I wish more people would understand that the excess body fat that you have on your body is quite literally energy. Quite literally. Your body stores that fat for future use. So she can go on a water fast and just drink electrolytes and she will not die. That is what your excess body fat is for. The best example I can give, and this is also the example I give for people who say, oh, if you don't eat enough, you gain fat. Wrong. Like, you are wrong. I can explain why people seem to gain weight when they're only eating 800 calories. That's a whole other topic. You're not, spoiler alert, it's because you're not actually eating 800 calories. You're not. Go watch the Netflix show Alone. This show, the last couple of people, I know the first season we watched, the guy who won, he won literally because he gained so much excess body fat before joining that he just built his shelter and then he just didn't eat. He didn't hunt, he didn't do anything. He knew he had enough body fat to sustain him and he was there for months. And then the most recent one we watched, this proves the whole, oh, you're gonna, whatever, if you're under eating and you eat, your body will store it as fat. Wrong. There were multiple contestants there on that season where they lost so much body fat, they end up catching fish, they would eat it, and they still rapidly lost weight to the point where they had to be removed from the show. Their body did not hold on to that food as fat. That's not how it works. Girl, you can survive for a very long time without any food. Going down to 2,300 calories should not scare you. The state of your body right now should scare you. You having cancer, having had cancer should scare you. Oh no, but I just disassociate, so it doesn't really matter. Okay.
So we know at the end of the day if I've reached that goal, if I've gone over, etc., etc. All right, let's get into my first meal. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this. So
around a meal that came to her in a trash bag. What looks like a trash bag. Very fitting for what she actually ends up eating.
Oh, it was last week sometime. I was craving sushi, and so I ordered it from some random place. I made sure to get somewhere that like had a really high rating because I am really picky when it comes to my sushi.
If you were 600 pounds, you were not picky. You are not picky if you're 600 520 pounds. You were not picky.
So here's just like some soy sauce, chopsticks, but I use my fingers, not gonna lie. Yeah, so I'm picky when it comes to my sushi. So
this is the part that that made me want to react to her. This is literally it. Out of everything, this is it.
I got this place, I was really nervous. And you guys, it is the best sushi I've ever had. So this is a crunchy,
The bar is low.
calorie roll. This is 922 calories. I planned my whole day around it. So it is very high calorie. I'm able to eat in moderation and still fit everything.
You're 520 fucking pounds. You do not eat in moderation ever. I don't think she would be able to define what the word moderation means.
Thing into my goal for the day. So excited. Like, look how delicious. Into my goal for the day. So excited. Like, look how.
This is the nastiest sushi I have ever seen in my life. The nastiest. If you are so picky about your sushi, you're not getting a California roll. You're not getting something deep fried. And you're not getting something slathered in sauces. 3 of like the biggest faux pas with sushi, she did. And also this is not 922 calories. I'm curious about where she got that estimation, but there is no way. I got sushi yesterday during lunch and then also today after my run. Granted, I know she lives in Oklahoma. Yeah, she's landlocked, so I knew that, but I was just curious how close. So sure, getting fresh fish for like sashimi or nigiri or even just normal rolls, probably it's still like, if I visited Oklahoma, I'm not eating sushi. I am spoiled because I live, I'll show you, well, not show you exactly where I live. I live in the Bay Area, so I'm in this area, like right here. I'm in the East Bay, so as you can see, we're very close to the water. So yes, the sushi I get, of course, it will be more fresh because we are by the water.
How delicious. Just so you guys can see a little better. Here, I'm gonna show you guys the inside. It's a little bit of avocado and
that looks disgusting. That looks so gross.
and like this crab salad mixture. It's so good.
It's imitation crab. It's not even real crab. It's like pollock and some other type of fish.
That is so delicious. Who else loves ginger? I'm obsessed.
I don't like ginger.
With this, I don't use soy sauce or anything. Like, it's literally that good.
Because it's deep fried and covered. Why did my voice do that? It's deep fried and covered in sauce.
So as you can see, it is crispy around the edges because it's lightly.
That is not lightly deep fried, sweetie. That is deep fried, deep fried. Don't try to make this seem like it's better than it is. If you wanted to get healthy sushi, you would have got sashimi or nigiri or something very simple like tekkemaki or sakemaki, which is just salmon or tuna wrapped in seaweed and rice. The seaweed is on the outside of those. This is, if you want to eat healthy and you're gonna go get sushi and you get deep fried sushi, you're doing it wrong. And with cream cheese, it has cream cheese in it. Come on, I love cream cheese in my sushi. I'm also not 520 pounds.
Fried, like lightly. I've had like actual tempura and like overly fried sushi. Not really a fan of that, but this is just like perfect. It's just a very light fry.
It's still deep fried.
It's so good. And I forgot to say, because some people haven't had sushi before.
She's so patronizing. She is so patronizing. I don't know if you peasants have ever had sushi before, but let me show you what my deep fried California roll is.
Are surprising, I know. All of that stuff right there that you see is rice and also a little bit of seaweed. So I'm gonna go eat this and I'm gonna be watching on Hulu The Good American. I am obsessed with it.
I don't care.
My meal is finished. I had this last night and it's super satiating. It's a
was that rice? Oh my god, that's having your rice be the same portion size as your meat as a morbidly obese woman is diabolical. I don't want to watch her eat. Oh, was her hair wet? That's so funny. Oh, we're twins. We're twins. I don't care if it seems like I'm being mean to her. She does not deserve kindness. I just, maybe 5 years ago, maybe, I don't know. I'm in the middle of watching Mr. Snowflake's Victims of an Empath. I actually paid for his membership to start watching it early. I started watching it when I got sushi yesterday, and I just...
So first things first.
Yeah, ultra-processed meat after having cancer is crazy because ultra-processed meats are directly linked to cancer. Her eating on paper plates is... Look at Twinkie in the background. Her eating on paper plates is crazy because she's just lazy. That's the only reason she does it, is because she's lazy as hell. She's even said before in past videos where cleaning is extremely hard for her, washing dishes is extremely hard on her back, and all of her partners / ex-caregivers would be the ones to clean and to take care of the animals. So this is something that she does so she doesn't have to wash dishes and hurt her back. Completely self-inflicted, by the way.
They're so good. Like if you like vanilla and like a hint of coconut, like an ice cream.
You should not be eating ice cream when you're 520 pounds. You've eaten enough ice cream to last 50 different people's lives. How many calories are in that? I bet they're not even sugar-free.
Type deal. Get this. So it's a frozen cream pop, but it's literally just like ice cream. And this is what it looks like. It is heavenly. So for this snack, it is 297 calories.
Whoa.
And that is all I'm eating for the rest of the night.
Oh, is that both?
I'm going to be
That's
having
still...
one of these Glacier Freeze Zero Gatorades. And
okay. Also, fun fact, someone commented this, which is extremely true. Yeah, when you eat out, the ingredients are not weighed and portioned, therefore you have zero idea how many calories in the food. Also, US law, and this is true, does allow for a difference of up to 20% in calories, whether that's above or below. But of course, when they send in their food to get tested for calories, they're going to send in what makes them seem better, which is lower calorie. So difference up to 20% of that 900 calorie meal could have been actually like 1200. What do you suggest? Her rounding up 20? Yeah, that's what I do. If I go out, if I'm in a deficit going out to a restaurant, which doesn't happen very often, and the meal says it's like 500 calories, I'm gonna assume it's like 600 or 650. I don't know if that's 20%, but I just err on the side of caution when going out to eat. And if you don't want to do that, then don't go out to eat. Yeah, you don't have to tell us you shower. People normally shower. But that's the thing. It's been proven over and over again. The things that she talks about doing and trying to prove are the things she's actually not doing. So we're going to go to her most recent video, which I saw the ankle start to cover, and I was just like, I was rolling my eyes so hard. Not at him, but at her.
Hey guys, welcome to
my camera's gonna die. All right, Amber.
To another What I Ate Today video.
I will say she does her eyeliner quite well. I will give her that. I'll give her that compliment.
Hey guys, welcome to another What I Ate Today video. So before we get started,
that godforsaken choker. God.
I have a few things I would like to say. One, every single thing that I eat is A, better, and B, less than what I ate to get to my heaviest at 572.4.
You're basically 572.4 right now though, so I really don't see what the point of saying that was.
Two, I am taking things that I learned when I did outpatient, and I'm also taking things that I'm learning from Noom, where I'm counting my calories. I'm taking everything and trying to put it all together and do what works best for me.
Why haven't you been doing this the whole time? If this is genuinely what you're doing, why haven't you been doing this the whole time? You have no job. Sure, YouTube is your job. You don't have a normal job. Do you know how many people would kill to be in your position? Because not only do you not have a normal job, but the content you put out is so half-assed that you don't even have a mic. You can buy one of these. It doesn't even have to be this brand, although you have the money. You don't even have a mic. You use your phone, just propped up on random surfaces. You don't have maybe you have a tripod now, but for the vast majority of your YouTube career, you just set your phone up at these weird angles and the phone falls down. You have trash lighting. Do you even have a ring light? Like you don't have to have a PC like mine. And I didn't even get this for YouTubing or for YouTube videos. I actually got it for gaming, and because it was one of my goals for the longest time to build my own PC, and I did it. It's like your content's half-assed. You have all the time in the world. You've had unlimited time for over a decade on YouTube.
So far, I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm not perfect. My meals are weird and random.
You've never been perfect. And honestly, no one is asking for perfect. We are just asking for a little bit of consistency. You are not consistent with anything. Anything. Except for maybe replacing caretakers. That's about it. You consistently fail. You are a consistent failure.
Like my first meal isn't even a breakfast. Third thing is,
Your first meal doesn't have to be breakfast food. Your first meal of the day should be protein based, and yeah, even steak and eggs is totally fine. Like, it's an ideal breakfast actually. I realized recently that I don't like lean cuts of steak, so I am a ribeye only girly, but ribeye is very expensive, so I buy that more as a treat. I think it's like $25 for like a thick cut of ribeye at Whole Foods.
Counting every single calorie that I'm eating in the Noom app. I will not be talking about calories though, because it is triggering for me. Not in the sense of
This is a point that I stand very heavily on. If you cannot track your food without being triggered or it causing some sort of turmoil, you need to get therapy before you try to lose weight, because tracking your calories should not trigger you. This is coming from someone who used to be triggered with tracking calories. The only reason I don't like tracking calories now is because it's kind of annoying. I do it if I have to, but it doesn't trigger me.
Like, oh, talking about calories is triggering, but it's triggering when I sit there and I count on my calories and then people tell me I'm wrong. Even
because you are wrong. You do it wrong. There might be certain things here and there that you do get right, but you do it wrong.
Even though I'm right. I learned how to read a nutrition label and everything about it at the age of 10.
Sure, Jan. I would be very curious to have her take a nutrition label test. You can do that online, by the way. Like, you can quiz yourself on it. I don't think she knows how to read nutrition labels properly. I really don't. Also, I would argue that when she scans in her food, she's not double checking the nutrition facts, because a lot of the times it's wrong. If you're scanning in your food, it's an excellent feature. You still need to double check that what is put in there is actually right. A lot of the times the scans are put in by other users, and humans are not infallible. We make mistakes, so yes, please double check while you're scanning in. And sometimes it even scans as a wrong product, so it's very weird.
I learned how to read a nutrition label and everything about it at the age of 10. Not many 10-year-olds can do that. 10-year-olds should not be dieting, but
I love it. Not many 10-year-olds can do that, sure. I mean, that's fine. But why are you trying to one-up yourself, your 10-year-old self, with other 10-year-olds? You are stuck in a toddler's body. You have the mentality of a toddler. I know 10-year-olds who are able to practice self-control and discipline around food, whereas you are, 24 years older than them, and you cannot do that. Very strange. I do agree 10-year-olds should not be on a diet, and if you have a fat child, I believe that is child abuse. I think it should be taken as seriously as not feeding your child enough. I do agree 10-year-olds should not be on diets. You have to be very mindful about the way that you talk to children about food, especially if they're overweight. What sucks is the vast majority of people, especially if they have fat kids, are fat themselves, so they don't know how to talk about food in a way that's not in a way that doesn't leave the child with lasting food issues. They already have food issues. If your child is overweight, they have issues with food. Period.
Regardless, my goal is to allow myself to eat in moderation. I'm allowed to eat what I want. I just have to stay in my calorie goal. So I actually just...
You eat what you want all the time. What's the difference?
Ordered my first meal. Yes, my first meal will be from takeout, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so my first meal, I got Arby's. So this is the only...
Okay, before we get into what she's going to eat, she said that she cannot do inpatient because, one, it's like $250,000, which has been disproven, of course, and two, because she needs to still do YouTube. You can pre-record enough content if you were an actual content creator that could last however long inpatient lasts. Also, a lot of inpatient facilities, this is what I read, it might be wrong, but some of them, maybe not a lot, but some of them do allow your phones, so you can still make content there, just not like about the place. Like, you can't expose other people and things like that. But if you were somewhat interesting or have some sort of creativity, you could still make content while you're in there. The money part is what it really, really grinds my gears so much. So with her takeout habit, which she does not have to get takeout every single day. DoorDash and Uber Eats, Grubhub, they have not always existed. So she can do grocery takeout, like grocery pickup. Like, there's literally no excuse for this. Her saying that she doesn't have the money for it is insane to me, and we're going to do some math, okay? She has admitted to getting takeout at least twice a day. At least twice a day, every single day. So I'm going to use those numbers. Assuming her average Uber Eats order is $35, I think that's on the lower side too, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know how much she tips, if she does at all, but Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash is so expensive. It is so expensive. Most people should not be using it. It's so expensive. So $35 per meal times 2 per day is $70 a day. That's already like, okay. Let's times that by 30 days in a month. Let's just average it to 30, fine. $2,100 a month in food delivery, okay? That's already insane to think about. That's how much our rent is. And this is just in takeout alone. This doesn't include whatever other food that she gets, like from grocery stores or whatever. Takeout alone is $2,100 per month. So per year, oops. It's $25,200 minimum. I would argue that it is more. I think she's ordering DoorDash more than 2 times a day. If you're 500 pounds, you're ordering it more than twice a day. And if you're not, the 2 times you are ordering it, it's a lot of food. In order to sustain that body, you need to be eating, and we already went over that, so much food. So we're going to take that $2,100 number, and we're going to plug it into an investment calculator. This is the part that's like, it's so crazy to me, and this is why I have no sympathy for her. Wherever she ends up, I will have no sympathy for her. What I think is going to happen, she hates YouTube. She hates being on it because it's nothing but hate because she's fat, which is just objectively not true. But she has no other streams of income. She is lazy. She has no work ethic. She doesn't have any skills. She said in a video recently, if YouTube just went away, what would she do? It was so adorable. She said that she would just start sending job applications and would just go find a job. Girly, I don't think you understand what the job market is like in 2025. You have people with master's degrees that are struggling to find a job that pays more than like $18 an hour. You think that you can stand a chance? Even if your resume got through the AI filters, you come in for a job interview, they're going to take one look at you, whether it's discrimination or not, and say, absolutely not, because you're not going to be able to do the job. Even if it's a simple even if it's a work from home data entry job, you couldn't even do that when you're doing it. Like, didn't she work for the VA or something? And she was like, oh, my back hurts from sitting there. Your back hurts just from simply existing. This is what happens when you are 500 plus pounds. So the fact that she thinks that she can just waltz into a nice job that's going to pay her what she gets paid now, which, I mean, we don't really know how much she gets paid, but you can speculate. No, it's not. That's just not going to happen. So let's assume she has $0 in investments, which would not surprise me because she does not seem like the type of person to plan for her future, and not to be grim, but she will not be living very long. Like, that's just, I'm trying to get these videos in before she dies. Like, let me milk the lol cow while I can, you know? So we're going to start out with $0. And also what's funny is when she was talking about what she would do if she had to get a job, she said she has some money put up where she wouldn't have to stress for like a few months or for like a little bit of time, which tells me that she has nothing in investments and she has minimal emergency fund. I don't think she has, if I had to guess, I would say she has less than 6 months in an emergency fund. That's what my guess would be. I would be happy to be proved wrong, but I don't think she has anything. So I'm gonna put this in for what age she would retire, which is around 30 years from now. She doesn't have 30 years. I'm just saying, okay? We're gonna do a conservative rate of 8%. That's to average for inflation. The S&P 500 gives an average return of 10%, but adjusted for inflation, it's like 7 to 8. So we'll just do 8%. We'll compound it monthly. And then let's do $2,100. So this is just right now. If she was to start investing right now, what she goes and eats out. Are you guys ready for this? Our girly pop would be a multi-millionaire. Girly pop would be a multi-millionaire. Let's say she started investing 10 years ago. So let's say we'll pretend we're 10 years in the past, and let's say she had 40 years for this to grow. And this is only DoorDash stuff, DoorDash food, or DoorDash money. This isn't even extra money that she has had. Imagine all the torrid hauls. So let's say 40 years. We're going 10 years. We're going to 2015. She starts investing. She has squandered her life, obviously. Like, come on, we all know that. But this just, let's adjust inflation to 6%. Isn't that insane? Now imagine all the torrid hauls, the Walmart shopping. Imagine all that. Insane. Insane. So I don't want to hear nothing about you can't afford it, Amber. I don't want to hear anything, because you could have. You could have. You just didn't care. You didn't want it bad enough.
Only thing that I literally ever get from there.
Yeah, now let's get our fast food, even though you were just talking about your lipedema and your lipedema. When the first thing, if you Google how to take care of these or how to like mitigate the side effects, one of the very first things is not eating processed foods. I have lipedema. I have lipedema. Feel bad for me. Oh, look what I get for Arby's. Disrespectfully, shut the fuck up.
I get the crinkle fries. Literally my favorite fry. And then I get the French dip sandwich, which is just bread, roast beef, and I think
That looks so gross.
provolone cheese. Dropped a piece. So with the
I've never eaten at Arby's before. I don't. Do we even have one? I don't know.
French dip, you obviously get the dip and sauce. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is what it looks like. And then you just dip it. It's honestly so freaking good. So I think what would be fun is showing examples of what I'm choosing to eat now versus
So fun. Her and Alexandra are the same. This is so funny, guys.
what I would have ate in the past. In the past, I would
In the past, as in literally 1 week ago.
have easily gotten 2 of the sandwiches and 2 of the fries. Without a doubt.
Also, can we just please note how Beck has exposed her with her what I eat in a days, saying she'll show whatever she thinks is the appropriate amount of food and then she'll just eat more, which obviously because she's been maintaining / gaining weight. Look at her little toddler hand.
By the way, I did get a Diet Coke, but they did not give me a straw. That's okay. So I'm gonna have to drink it like this.
What about your two bottles of water that you need to drink a day, which is incredible. Whatever.
In the past, yes, I would have gotten a Diet Coke, but I also would have gotten either a milkshake or some type of dessert. This time, I did not. So when
Oh. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing so great.
it comes to calories and quantity, I completely cut it in half compared to how I would eat it on a day I was off track. All right, you guys, it's time for the next meal.
The plastic cutting board.
I'm gonna be making some chicken sausages with some veggies. So first things first, I am going to cut everything. So I'm just gonna cut it in slices here. So I'm also going to have some Brussels sprouts, but I'm just gonna take some and cut off the edges and cut them a little.
I think chicken sausage is better for you than like the chorizo that I'm pretty sure that's what she ate last time. But I think chicken sausage is fine. Just look for brands that don't have any added nitrite or nitrates.
A little smaller, so I'm just taking off the ends like this type of piece. And just make them a little smaller like that.
Thank you, Amber, for showing us how to chop Brussels sprouts. Thank you for letting us know that that little butt piece needs to be chopped off. I had no clue.
I'm also going to be cutting up some broccoli and cauliflower. So just cutting off the stem because I don't
Why? They're already cut. What do you mean?
like the texture. I like the taste. It's the texture I don't like. And then I'm also going to slice some mini peppers. Last but not least, some scallion, which some people call green onion. I cut the tips of both like that. I'm gonna keep them pretty big because I'm just gonna be cooking them with the rest.
She loves green onion. I like green onion too, but our girl loves it.
So the veggies, I'm actually gonna have one more. All right, so I'm gonna spray.
What I do with the green onions that we get, because I don't finish them fast enough, is I'll get like a shot glass, I'll fill it up with the water, and then whatever ones I chop, I'll put them in there, and they grow back within days. It's pretty cool.
Some Pam. I'm just gonna add everything at once besides the green onion. For seasoning, garlic salt, black pepper, tapatio, and some minced garlic. So I'm just gonna.
Oh my god. Okay, so when you're cooking vegetables, certain vegetables need to be cooked before others because some of them take longer to cook than others. Oh my god.
I'm gonna let this cook a bit. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna add some corn and my green onion. Now I'm gonna let this all cook down and I'll see you guys when I'm done. All right guys, so it is complete. I also have some cottage.
She manages to make like the food itself, like that's not bad, but she manages to make everything look so bad.
Cheese and a little bit of mustard on the side. That's so good.
Oh, is she using a normal plate? Oh my god, wow.
I love a bunch of veggies just cooked together. I'm also drinking
Bitch. No, you don't.
water, which this is my second water for the day. So right.
Look, oh my god. Like, we know how big she is. I think, at least for me, I've gotten used to seeing her, so she looks normal. I say that very loosely. Normal. Like, she looks like her normal. But the way that she records herself, I'm not going to say it makes her look, like, smaller, because she clearly doesn't look small, but she always records from the chest up, right? So if you look right, her arm, first of all, look at her arm, but her arm is literally resting on her giant stomach.
It is complete. I also have some cottage cheese and a little bit of mustard on the side. That's so good. I love a bunch of veggies just cooked together. I'm also drinking water, which this is my second water for the day. So right
That goal, she's had that goal for like 3 weeks now. Why are you not raising it? 2 bottles of water is not enough.
now I'm eating chicken sausage, veggies, and cottage cheese. What would I have if I wasn't on track? I already know. Cheesecake Factory. So what I would get from there would be...
Look at that face.
Have if I wasn't on track. I already know. Cheesecake Factory.
How much you want to bet she has Cheesecake Factory? Literally, like, in that bag next to her.
So what I would get from there would be their artichoke crab dip, which comes with like these little hard bread things that you like dip in the crab dip. And then
I love how she's talking like how I talk. I'm not saying she doesn't watch me or anything. Not yet. I know she will watch this because it's been proven that as soon as something is posted about her, she watches it. So, hello. She talks like someone like me, where I've lost a ton of weight and have kept it off, and I'll talk about my fat days. Like, oh, this is what I would get from McDonald's. This is what I would get from Taco Bell. She's like, this is what I would get from Cheesecake Factory. I am 1 day on track. I'm half a day on track, but normally this is what I would get. It's like, girl, until you have like a 6-month track record of you being on track, I don't want to hear shit. Like, I really don't want to hear anything about you being on track, because you're not. You're not.
And then I would also get the fried macaroni and cheese. And then for my actual meal, I would get the fried Korean chicken, which comes with rice, a little bit of veggies. It's really good. And I know for sure for dessert, I would get Ben & Jerry. If you don't know what Ben & Jerry is, which I'm sure everyone does, it is like a pint of ice cream.
That is so much food.
Keep in mind, I would order all of these things, but I wouldn't eat every single last bit of it.
Shut the hell up. Why are you lying to us? Why are you lying? Why are you lying directly to our faces? Shut the hell. You are almost 600 pounds. We are not stupid. I know you think your subscribers or viewers are stupid. I promise you. Maybe we won't be surgeons or whatever she said. But we're not dumb. We have eyes.
Even when I was off track, I'm the type of person who likes to have stuff of a lot of different things. I am very wasteful with
Oh, I would have never guessed.
food, and I know that's like a very, very, very bad habit, and a habit that I feel guilty about. So I would have half of the fried macaroni and cheese. I would have half of the crab dip. I would have half of my actual meal, but I would eat the full Ben & Jerry for sure. Choosing this.
You're eating the full everything for sure. If you couldn't finish it at the restaurant, which I don't think she even goes out to restaurants anymore because she can't drive herself. Isn't that so sad? You've eaten yourself to such deformity and to such immobility that you're literally stuck not only in your own flesh prison, but you're also stuck inside of an apartment. And this is another thing that's a huge problem, because I know if I was struggling with food and I also could not leave my apartment unless it was to go hang out with my mom on the weekend, the only thing you really have to do is eat. She doesn't have many hobbies. Sure, she has like Lego and stuff, but if you're just stuck inside all day and you're not making like fun content, she could be doing so much cool content, man. Like doing the only thing she has is food. It's the only thing she has. And the only thing she has is killing her.
This and cooking this at home, which is literally just a ton of veggies and some protein, genuinely is such a drastic change. So I'm gonna finish this. There's actually a vlog clip I want to film because I want to talk about something, so I'm gonna go do that. All right, it is time for my next meal. If I was off track right now, I'd be having like a ramen, some chips. I always need something sweet when I'm off track after I eat anything salty.
You always need something sweet regardless anyway, because you are a food addict.
And one candy bar isn't enough for me during
Yeah, no shit.
those moments. So I'd probably have like a Heath bar and a Snickers, but since I'm...
This is why her teeth are literally rotting out of her mouth. When is the last time she's been to a dentist? I can't remember. Her teeth are literally rotting out of her mouth. And we know she hardly ever showers. And I'm sure brushing her teeth is incredibly difficult because her arm... Like, I'm not being mean. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about her feelings, really. I just don't. But could you imagine your big-ass arm that probably weighs like 70 pounds? I don't know. Having to hold it up to brush your teeth. She's not doing that. There's no way.
I'm on track. I'm having a Diet Coke.
You should be drinking water. If you are on track, you are drinking water. Super morbidly obese people do not need to be drinking diet sodas. I'm sorry, no. Maybe if you're weaning yourself off of them, fine. But she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink just one.
And an Amy's Pesto TV dinner.
The paper bowl on top of the paper plate with the plastic fork. I'm not surprised. It's crazy.
So it's just one of these. It's the pesto tortellinis. These are so freaking good. This is one of my favorite Amy's TV dinners. So
they're okay. They're just ultra processed. Like,
highly recommend.
I'm not taking any recommendations from you. Absolutely the fuck not.
Okay, so I'm about to have a snack. So keep in.
Why are you? You should not be having a snack. You should not be having a snack. And this is something I talk about. If you were eating your meals, let me tone it down. If you were eating your meals and your meals are hearty and satiating enough, you will not need snacks. You do not need snacks. You really don't. They are completely unnecessary. If you have 4 to 5 meals a day and they are hearty, full of protein and satiating, you do not need snacks. You don't.
Mind that I do eat similar things, whether I'm off track or on track, but it's about the quantity. So when I'm off track, I order a lot.
What the fuck is the point
of takeout? When I'm on track, I order less. When I'm off track, I eat a lot of sweets, and when I'm on track, I eat less.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that her eating less is a king size almond joy is crazy. Oh my god, look at her face. Oh god, this is good. This is some good stuff. Let me make sure that's saved. Yeah, why doesn't it save when I take screenshots in full screen modes? Can someone tell me? Ugh.
I have a massive sweet tooth.
No shit.
I learned in outpatient and through multiple.
You haven't learned shit. Shut the hell up. You have not learned anything. Even if you've learned something and you have not applied it, it was completely pointless.
Dietitians I've had in my life. I need to allow learned in outpatient and through multiple dietitians I've had in my life.
Like the one that blocked you?
I need to allow myself.
No, you don't.
To still eat these things?
No. Wrong. You are wrong. Because guess what? Even when you do deprive yourself, you make no progress. Even when you allow yourself to eat these things, you make no progress. This is something you tell yourself because you have zero discipline, zero willpower to say no to something. To say no to your almond joy, your king size almond joy. Which, by the way, American candy like this is trash. It is garbage. If I want chocolate, I will walk to, not Whole Foods, well, sometimes. I will walk to World Market, and I really like German chocolate. I like it a lot better.
Because if I don't, I'm never going to succeed because
you are not. I don't know how you people react to her very often. I don't know if I would be able to. You have never succeeded. You have a zero success. Everything that you have tried has failed. So how is this different?
Telling myself, no, I can't have that, it makes me want it more. And when
you don't tell yourself no, though. You're 600 pounds.
Want it more, and I keep depriving, that is when I'll have 3 of these at once.
You don't know what depriving is. You really don't. Her idea of depriving herself is going one day without a piece of chocolate.
Instead of just one. So it's just a little almond joy.
Little?
If you guys have never had one, it is coconut with almonds on the inside and chocolate on the outside. So what I would be eating now instead of this would probably be like a massive bowl of Fruity Pebbles. All right, you guys.
That wasn't a better choice at all. And she didn't eat just that one, I hope you know, obviously. She ate that entire king size pack. Oh, but it's better because normally she would eat four king size.
So I am done eating, but I want to do something I've never done before. As you guys saw, I mentioned everything that I ate today versus everything that I would eat on a day where I'm off track. Here is everything that I ate today. And now I'm going to pop up over here everything that I ate on a day where
She thinks this is progress.
I am off track. So the reason why I chose to do this is because in my last Let's Talk, someone said, show us what you really eat. And I've been hearing this my whole YouTube career.
Because you are a liar and you have been proved to be a liar about what you eat. You're a liar.
Amberlynn, you're fat for a reason. Why are you only doing these what I ate today videos when you're eating like a normal person? I just want to say I have in the past done off-track videos.
She has.
But they do not make me feel good. They make me feel horrific.
Because it is horrific. You are horrific. You have eaten yourself to being horrific. Like my worst fear, it's this, really. That is my worst fear.
Don't see the point in it. Doing on track what I ate today videos, it's like a continuous reminder through the day of like, Amberlynn, stay on track.
Your on track sucks. It's not good enough. If this was your on track in the very beginning of your journey, fine. Girly pop, as you say, you're over a decade in. Something needs to change or you are going to die soon.
And it feels good. So filming off track videos feels bad. Filming on track videos feels good. So I'm not eating anything else for the rest of the night, but I also would have ate chips, salami, probably an ice cream bar.
Stop trying to justify yourself, dog. I sound like the ankle.
That's why that is added on the off track day. Is every single day like that on the off track day? No.
Yeah, because it's worse. If you're consistently gaining weight and you're 500 pounds, 400 pounds, consistently gaining weight, it's a lot worse.
But there are a large quantity of days that do look like that. I want to be as transparent as possible, so I thought doing something like this would show transparency. Not only that, but it shows like really big improvement. I know people see me eat.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. It's really not.
Arby's and they saw me eat candy today and they're probably like, girl, like how is that on track? Showing what I ate today versus what I eat off track shows like, oh wow, she actually did make a really big adjustment to her day.
No, it doesn't at all.
So anyways, let's just get into food for thought. If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? I look at my day and I don't see anything that I wanted to improve on. I feel like I did really good, but
there it is. Like, there it is. She ate Arby's for breakfast and had a king-size Almond Joy. And she thinks there's no room for improvement. Nah, this is good. This is fine. You don't want to change, girl. You don't. It's obvious, so I'll just keep using her for content because why not? At least I will invest the money I make off of her. Because that's what YouTube money is for me. It's just extra investing money.
If I had to choose, I would have had Arby's for dinner and I would have woken up and had like a normal, good, decent breakfast. Was there a moment today that you were about to fall off?
So even the change she wanted to make, it wasn't not having Arby's. It was she wanted Arby's later in the day.
And I would have woken up and had like a normal, good, decent breakfast. Was there a moment today that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself?
You were off track.
There were a couple where I was like, oh, I should just order again for the day. And I have those thoughts frequently, but I've gotten a lot better at saying no. And I was successful in that. I ordered my one takeout and that was that.
One takeout a day is still an egregiously disgusting amount of takeout. Insane. She is so far removed from reality, it's kind of funny.
Consider today a successful day for you. No one else, just you. Why or why not? I do. And I think me talking more about, okay, so this is an on-track day versus this was what I would do if it was an off-track day, it made me realize that more and more. Because sometimes I can beat myself up thinking, oh my God, I had candy, or oh my God, I had Arby's. But like, girl, you need to stay in moderation lane because
no, you literally don't need, you literally cannot stay in moderation lane because you are going to die soon. I think because she compares herself to other very sickly 600-pound people, and she's not like there yet, that she's just fine. Or she also has like that mentality where she doesn't think bad things will happen to her. It's going to be very grim very soon, and unfortunately I really don't think anyone will care besides like her family maybe, but I know that's really like messed up to say, but it will be sad. It will definitely be sad. Like, I don't wish death upon her, not at all. If anything, I would love to see her become healthy, like pull a Amy or Tammy Slayton move. Which one was the one that like surprised? I think that was Amy, right? Who surprised us all. Like, pull a her, get better. And you know how much they were both not good people, and they both lost weight, and now she has so much support because she did the damn thing. She can do the same thing, and people, I think the ship has sailed with getting support for her personally, but I think people will support her in her weight loss journey. I would. Like, I want to see her lose, oh God, how much weight does she have to lose? Like 400 pounds? I would love to see that.
You'll fail if you don't. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but there's a science behind it. It's like the more you say no, do not have something, the more you want it. But anyway.
Shut the fuck. I'm not.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to another What I Ate Today video.
I did not enjoy that. Thumbs downing it. Let's look at some comments. 1 minute in, I'm eating better than when I was at my heaviest, doing what works best for me. I'm not perfect. Talking about calories is triggering. I could read a nutrition label at the age of 10. I'm allowing myself to eat in moderation. She's a parody of herself. Little Almond Joy, be so for real, girl. That's king size. COVID Lynn is crazy. Yep, eat the Arby for first meal. I don't say anything I want to improve on. Only you would consider eating candy, fast food, and a frozen TV dinner a successful day of eating. 1,200 calories of fast food for breakfast, massive bowl of salty sausage and fried vegetables for lunch, a processed pasta TV dinner, 440 calories worth of chocolate. Chocolate isn't on track. I don't see anything I can change today. What the Arby's for breakfast is crazy work. Calling this on track is wild. Shows how we got here. Girly pops. 2 water bottles isn't enough to flush out a quarter of the sodium you consume. She's proud of this. No hope. She looks very hefty. I don't understand what the point of bragging about being able to read a nutrition label. It's obviously not done you any good. A Little Almond Joy, girl, that's a king size chocolate bar. Yeah, 10-year-olds should not be dieting. 10-year-olds should not be over 200 pounds. Oh, that is all I have for you guys. I'm going to edit this tonight. This is actually going to be a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I don't apologize because you guys love long videos. So you're welcome. Thank you all for your support. If you are not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Leave a comment of your thoughts below. Tell me your favorite things about Amber. If you don't like commenting your thoughts and opinions, I get it. Leave me a random emoji. That also helps. It really does help the channel. Other than that, I think that's everything. It's 9:20, but I took a 4.5-hour nap yesterday earlier, so I will probably be up for a while. But that's okay. I don't have any plans tomorrow, so besides the gym. Yes, that is all. Have a good night, good morning, a happy Sunday, a happy Easter if you celebrate. I got my little eggs here. I'm actually not doing anything tomorrow, so I got my little bunny. All right, goodbye.